Today, I'm gonna show you guys my 8-year-old daughter's room. As a reminder, we bought this house 3 years ago. We started designing it 2 years ago. So we have been working on this room for that long. And when she was 6, she had very different ideas of what she wanted than she does now. This girl has so much like personality and life, and she'll wear rainbow from head to toe. And she was like, Mama, I don't think you can do color. And I was like, oh girl, I can, because I love color a lot. I just prefer not, to live inside of a rainbow like she does. But I knew that I could do it. The original room was dated, fine. Everything actually had to be redone. It doesn't look like it, but there's all new drywall, all new electrical, all that kind of stuff. But what we kept, what we love so much, are the vintage windows. They're called double Dutch hung. The bottom is actually bigger than the top with the diamonds, but they're just really unique, and so it was something that we were never gonna change. For the kids' rooms upstairs, I put down this wall-to-wall carpet. It's from Stark. It's beautiful. It's really Scandi and simple. Great. So to me, that felt like a neutral that we could build upon. So, wallpaper. Because I love wallpaper so much. There's a billion different colorful patterns out there. I think I wanted something like more of like a sophisticated floral, and she wanted unicorns at the time. So when we found this wallpaper from Schumacher, it seemed like the perfect marriage. We have yellow, we have hot pink, we have teal, we have turquoise, we have purple. And she was convinced that we would use all of those colors in the room. So that's where we started kind of, is it called bumping heads? Bumping heads?
Sure.
Budding heads. So I had to like walk this line of like honoring her and like making her feel seen and heard, and making sure that this room truly does represent her style, because she has style and I want her to feel that. Once we had the wallpaper, then it was just about choosing elements that would look good in that space and also like work for her needs and wants. We found the bed on Facebook Marketplace, and she really loves it. There are times I want to paint it, but it's really cute, and it's a very like vintagey feel. This room, more than any others in the house, I felt like I could lean into this whimsical vintage side of myself and her, because she was down for it. So we found these incredible vintage shades with fringe that were bright red and bright green. Shout out to Monticello Antique Mall. So we thought we had the room all laid out. You put the bed in between the two windows, you hang the crazy lampshades flanking the bed, fine. But there was a problem with the nightstands because the windows are low, so I didn't want nightstands to obstruct the view, and then the closet was gonna hit one of the nightstands when you opened it. So we struggled, and we moved things around and rearranged, and I tried like all this vintage furniture that I had in storage, and nothing was working. So 2 days before the shoot, like literally 2 days ago, we decided to flip the entire room. We're like, what if we just move furniture everywhere and see if somewhere else would work? By putting the bed on the opposite side of the room, it really gave us more flexibility with the nightstands. And then we were able to, when you walk in, see what my favorite thing about this whole room is this incredible piece of art, and also her art corner and her corkboard. This piece of art is insane. I love it so much. I got it from Fabia's Grange. She's a vintage dealer in Portland. And I was like, oh, I need that. It's just so beautiful. All the colors work so well in this room. I also love that now you walk in, it's like, poof, that's what you see first. It tells you what the room is about. This girl is super into art. Like all she wants to do is arts and crafts. So a huge priority was to create an area of the room that she can really go to town. So I've had this IKEA tulip table forever, and she really likes the amount of space that it has. Trying to find an art cart to slide underneath that table was actually really challenging. But this one works really well because you can hold so many of her supplies, and I just like the more like kind of eclectic vibe that it brings. She also really wanted somewhere to display her art. So did I. So we found a huge vintage corkboard, and we found all these wooden balls that we painted hot pink and glued them to the outside of the corkboard. Everybody loves a disco ball, and Elliot included, so we got a really classic disco ball, and we actually have been putting it on the ground because that's where the sun hits in the morning. Okay, so another piece I've been hoarding was this scallop table that was kind of it was like a gray, it was kind of boring. So we painted it just with house paint, this really pretty color called Rainstorm. And it really anchored that corner, and she loved the color. It looks so much more powerful and high impact now. And then to keep the scallop motif going, on the other side of the room, we found these shelves. These are from Bed Bath & Beyond that had a little scallop motif on the bottom. And then we painted those a blue too to kind of pop off the wall more. We actually found a ton of stuff from Bed Bath & Beyond. We found the mirror, the shelves, the bedding, the bench. I feel like there was even more, but they end up being a really great resource for this room.
Oh, we haven't talked window film yet.
Oh yeah, okay. So years ago, I was putting window film on so many of my projects, and it's a really fun, easy way to make a window just feel really like bright and fun and happy. So I showed Elliot these photos, and I like Googled myself, and showed her all of these past projects, and she was like, I want that window film. So I felt like this room was actually perfect for doing these window films because the diamond pattern was just lent itself to having a billion different colors. It's actually a really easy application. We put it on the blog step by step, but it's basically just a spray bottle of water, squeegee. You have to measure a lot, obviously. I mean, I will say, once we put the window film up, I was like, did we go too far? But it's so fun. If she gets tired of it, we can just pop it off. It's super cheap, affordable, and super temporary. Now that we have this white Roman shade above it, I feel like it's not too much. It's like just on the edge of too much, but it's not too much. We really accessorized with Ellie in mind. I mean, she helped me with a lot of the accessorizing. Like all of the lamps are really like kind of have a fun, playful shape. The shelving with the little scallops, she fully styled out those with the little like clay pieces that she has made that are so cute, these little sculptures. The room really is meant to be like her creative playground. And while it was a struggle after 2 years, and especially in the last week, this room has finally like come together. When you walk in, you can feel the energy. It's such an exciting room. It's so vibrant, it's so happy, it's so fun, just like my little Elliot. And she loves it. And we snuggle together every night in that bed. We have girl chat and it's so much fun. So this is not the only video if you're just landing here. We have a ton of other reveals of this house. So go check them out if you want. If you can, like, subscribe, do all that stuff that kind of helps the algorithm help us out a little bit if you liked it. Everything's also on the blog with all the resources, all the crediting, all of that kind of stuff with really pretty, beautiful photos. Thank you very much for watching. Bye guys.